On the road with amigos and the gift of possibilities. This is Alfred and his siblings. 5 of them you see here, out of 9 children, from same mother, same father, are visually impaired. Well, some of you will say blind. That is the situation here. And from the time Alfred found me through something that I was doing in a nearby village, he spoke to me about his family, invited me to see the situation, and since then I have been trying in my own little way to bring some kind of transformation. I cannot do it alone, and I will never ever take the credit for what I do as a way of life. I would say friends out there and my developmental partners have been very, very useful in what I do. And I will say, God bless you all out there that have so much confidence in what I do for those who truly need us. And of course, I will say this is not an easy task, because to have reliable friends is not something that is that easy, especially when people know that I am reliable and they can count on me. It's not everybody who just say, well, I want to be part of this, I want to help. So I've had wonderful friends joining me on the road with amigos, and of course some of them have been over here, and currently, as you all know, Alfred has to go to university, and we're trying our best to see how we can help him to get there. On the road, on the road, on the road, we are on the road, good citizen on the road, amigos on the road, on the road, on the road, on the road, we are on the road, good citizen on the road. So it is another river crossing trip again, and it's always amazing going on the bike to cross rivers. Get you up inside. I want to get you up inside. Inside, get you up inside. Saving and changing lives could be one at a time. Someone like you. Hello, Alfred.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you very much. Finally, I'm here to see you.
On the
road,
on the road, on the road, we are on the road.
So how are you?
I'm doing well, sir.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
My name is Kofi Amwa.
Oh, okay. I am Alfred.
I've met you finally.
Yes, sir.
And I'm very happy I've met you now.
I'm also happy to meet you.
Good.
So please just excuse me.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That's good.
Father, this is my father returning from me.
Oh, your father is coming from the farm.
Yeah, you are so fortunate. He's welcoming you.
Ah, yo.
Oh, hello.
Oh. I got my teacher. I'm a ya.
Can you come in?
Oh, don't worry. You have water problems here as well.
Yeah, there's water problem.
Wow.
Did you see what you drink?
Can I let him? No, you sit down. Let your dad bring me. Let me take a look. The water. Wow. Wow. I see your situation is a very interesting one.
Yeah, we a family of 9. We have 4 who can see and 5 who cannot see.
So it's a genetic problem.
Yes, that's what people consider it to be. But some people are still taking it to the other aspect, spiritual realm, which cannot be proved scientifically.
I like the way you put it, that it cannot be proved scientifically. So 9 of you from the same father?
Yeah, the same father, the same mother. My mom is to visit the hospital today.
Okay.
So
okay, this is the water you drink.
And smelly.
Oh, it's smelly as well?
Yeah.
Oh, then your situation is quite bad. So were you born in this village?
Yes, I was born in this village.
So can you say that the water could also be a factor to the visual impairment?
Yes, that can also be taken to another angle. But the question is if the water should be another factor influencing it, then why this same family?
Only that family?
Only this family.
Okay, you have a good point there. Okay. Wow. Okay.
And this family, the family is such that they are struggling so much before we can get something to feed on. So with that, at times when I'm going to school, I'll go with empty belly and teach from 8 to, at times we have extra classes to 4 o'clock.
Okay.
And nothing is coming out of it. And I'll be sorry to stay in and wait. If there's some help, then I start with credit transfer. So that's what
okay. Credit transfer.
Yes, sir.
That's telephone, right?
Yes, sir.
Please have your results. Well, you don't have to be worried. Always God brings some kind of people when we most need help.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So now that you filled out the forms, the most important thing is they should accept you in the university.
Yes, sir.
And then, you know, we take it from there.
Okay, sir.
I'm looking at the possibility of, you know, sharing your story with some of my friends and see how we could collectively do something.
Okay, sir.
You know, to get you to school.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm very grateful to that, and I pray that the Lord Almighty see you through and things work out.
Amen. The interesting thing is you are determined. I see that you are really determined to succeed in spite of the difficulties you are going through.
Yeah.
Looking at the water that you even drink in this place is quite disturbing.
Yes, sir.
I'm happy that none of these is pulling you down and that really you have that willpower to achieve whatever you want to achieve.
Yeah.
Now, when you finish university, what will you like to do?
Okay, finishing university, I'll be a teacher.
Okay.
So after teaching for some time, I'll go and read my law.
Oh, okay. You want to read law?
Yes, sir.
That's great. I'm happy to hear that.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So I pray that this admission thing is sorted out fast enough, and then we proceed from there and see how, you know, things go for you.
I also pray so.
Yeah. So I'm really happy to meet you today and know where you live. So this is where you sleep, right?
In this one.
Okay. Wow. So let me see. Let me open the bag I came with and see if I have something little bit I can share with you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
I brought you some. You got some, right?
Okay.
And the youngest is how old?
The youngest is 2 years.
Okay.
That's your mother, I'm sure.
Is she coming?
Yeah.
Is she coming?
Yeah, she's coming.
She's the one.
Oh. Okay, yeah. So what's her problem, her health problem?
She's suffering from her spinal cord.
Oh, spinal cord?
Yeah.
Wow, that is serious. So is that sugar in the gari that he's eating?
I guess the gari is normal. No sugar there.
I can't believe the little boy is actually eating this Gary without sugar. And he's eating it as if there is sugar in it.
Yeah.
There's no sugar.
Let me see. Very salty.
Salt.
Yes.
On the road, on the road, on the road, we are on the road. Good citizen on the road, amigos on the road, on the road, on the road, on the road. We are on the road. Good citizen on the road. Amigos on the road. Yankana sukuyo. Sane fienya sasuyo. Yankamamwe. In your little way you can help your brother. In your little way you can help your sister. Genuine helping Ghana.
During my first time visit to Alfred and his siblings, I was very shocked seeing his younger brother eating Gary with only salt to taste in that smelly water, and I really could not control my emotions but break down in tears because this really knocked me off. I wasn't really expecting to see a 2-year-old blind child sitting on the ground and eating Gary soaked in salty, smelly water for lunch. This was what really broke my heart, and since then they have been in my heart, and I decided to help Alfred to get them out of this situation. It's okay, it will be fine. Through support from friends like you, we are slowly turning the situation around. We are giving them periodic supplies of food, and through our partner organization, Colors of Roses, headed by Dr. Sylvia Darcy, we are currently helping them treat their drinking water with water purifiers.
I am Federal Fredelicum. I come from Mafi, Alavanyo, in the Volta region of the Central Town District. And I was born 25th May 1990. Then I happened to lose my sight 3 months after birth. So 3 months after birth, I have not been able to see the daylight. And that my only experience of sight was that the time I was a very young child. So from there, I was visually impaired, as many of you may say blind, from there up to 1990 up to now. So by God being so good, there was a school that is meant for the persons with visual impairment or blindness at Tabakurume, and I was privileged and able to enter that school. So I passed out the Abakurume Junior High School with a passing grade and entered Adunume Senior High School, and also pass out now, willing to enter the university if God opens a door. There is this with my family. We are 9 brothers and sisters in the family. That's 9 of us, and 5 of us are visually impaired. That's are suffering from the blindness, and 4 are not. Meanwhile, both parents are not of such disease, but that is how it happens. So this how the family lives, and despite that, we still have a very poor background, struggling with life, but hoping to be successful.
So, can you tell me about how your family survives your father and your mother?
Yes, actually, my father is a peasant farmer. He cultivate cassava and maize, and at times when the season favors, he cultivates pepper. And my mother always she's sick. She had this spinal cord problem.
So it means your mother really cannot do any hard work, right?
Yes.
It's only your father that is doing all the work.
Yes.
So cultivation of crops.
Yes, sir.
The last time I visited you, then you said you were doing some small business in what?
And
the very first time.
Yeah, the very first time I was doing some small business in selling call credit.
And I asked how much I could support you with, and you said as much as how much?
As much as 50 Ghana.
And what happened?
And I started with it, and it was yielding very well. And I had a very huge amount of 500 Ghana cedis to it. And I said, no, this money is too much to be invested in that. So I given some out to my dad, and it is also invested in pepper cultivation. And now the pepper is doing well. I don't know the failure of the weather there. The heavy rainfall. By this time we'll be harvesting pepper. But because of the rainfall, we have to come and transplant, like do staking. We have to take some out and plant some. We'll be having enough pepper on the farm. But as of now, some are bringing out fruits, the pepper, and some are on the green pepper stage, and some are still bearing fruits.
Wow. It's very impressive, and it's really good to hear this. Right. Now we have to raise like 3,000 cedis for the school, and then so in university, how are you going to survive?
In university, my first target now of entering this term is that when I go, I'm going to live on Gary throughout, because I'm seeing that getting the admission fee and the hall fee is bringing a lot of problem now. It's a problem. Where to get it is a problem. So when I get the admission fee and the hall fee, and I get something small where lecturers print out pamphlet I can buy, I'm okay. I can go and live on my Gary soakings and Gary bar, then I'm okay. Nobody knows what I'm eating. So far as I'm alive, I'm strong and go to learn every day, I'm okay.
Wow, I'm inspired. Once you have your Gary bar to eat and you're strong, you get academic work going.
Yes, sir.
So, today I would like to just get up close with the family to understand what it is like for you and your family. And I am trying my best to see what I can do. Because like you just said, if this opportunity is not giving you, things could go really bad for you.
Yeah.
So I am praying hard that my friends out there that rely on me and think I can really get things done, I pray that we'll get it done. I'm really praying hard that we can raise this money. Since you have a deadline to go to school, I'm really fighting very hard to see what we can do about this situation to enable you go to school.
Okay, I'm also praying very hard for it, and I'm also praying for you and your friends for God blessings and hand being on you wherever you go, because your work involves traveling a lot. So I always pray that God's hand be on you throughout your journey and bring you back safely, that we'll be able to do it successfully. And I always make this a point that what you are doing for me now is giving me a very high sense of hope, that when you have and your friend is in need, you should give out. So I'm promising to myself always, it is my promise that should I get out of this problem, anybody I see out there, even if it is 50 Ghana I have, I will share with the person, and even possible I'll give all out, because I learn a lot from what you are doing for me, and I can't just be ungrateful to others who will be in this trouble why I'm successful and seeing them. I think that will be punishable by God. So I always say that I also help someone else when I'm out of the situation.
Now you have to raise money for your admission fees and all of that. It's a lot of money.
Yes.
so far, the only promise you have is 160 cedis?
Yes, sir.
So given that the person who promised you this amount of money, you don't hear anything about the person, and then if I'm not able to fund this admission for you, what happens? What happens?
I may say it takes the intervention of God before I will go when your channel fails and that person who promised also failed. It will take the intervention of God before I can go back. Because when I look back front and anyway, there's no one else I look up to. So when that failed, then it means that this application is going to be nullified.
And to you as a person, what does that mean?
To me as a person, that will not give me the courage or the hope to apply again. Because I don't know what happens when I apply again. So should it happen, I always sit down. I will only sit down, I will not apply again.
And then what will you be doing with your life?
Then that what will happen is that I will only allow God to take control of my life.
Wow. So now, if you are able to go to university, what do you intend doing with your higher education in the university?
Okay, with my higher education, my first target is that when I go, I have to study hard and very hard because I have to fight hard before getting money into the school. So my promise to myself and my target is that is to go and learn hard, not to joke at all. That's my target.
So you heard it all out there. That is Alfred's story. Alfred is determined to have higher education. There are other children that we look at on the road. These children also have their own problems. One time I went to a school, and as I was interviewing a child, the child collapsed on camera. And this child's problem was primarily hunger. But of course, this child also had issues with his sight. And in his school, there are over 8 children with various forms of disabilities. In other schools that we went to, we found out that children did not even have school uniform, school materials, and this actually affected their attendance at school. The physical structures, the school buildings were dilapidated. And a huge hazard to these children, being in. This particular one you see here has cracks all over, and listen to what the children have to say. Okay.
11.
You are 11 years old, and you are in which class?
Class 1.
Class 1. Okay, so Achu is 11 years old, he's in class 1, and he's saying that he's scared of this classroom in which he is because the building is falling apart, and he's scared that one day it will just cave in and and he said that some of them will be dead should that happen. So it's a DCO. Nuka alombe DC du comme pola na wonemio. No trouble to hobu bonemi. So Achu is appealing that the authorities should come and help them with a new classroom block because they are scared this will cave in and might kill some of them. Some of the schools also have to be under trees, as you see here, and the children studying under this condition on the road with Amigos really takes special interest in the care of children. We find children in very difficult situations, and we see what we can do in our little way to make it better for them. Aku and God's Way are cousins. They live in the same house, and this is what they have as their house. Aku has a condition called Fraser syndrome, and the cousin, God's Way, has limb deficiency. He has his knee on his hip, and they both sleep on this structure they call a bed. So our intervention basically is to take care of their survival and basic needs, their developmental needs. Recently, we try to make their sleeping place a bit more comfortable by, getting them some mattress over what they've been sleeping on. And this is just an interim measure that we are taking to see what we can do to just make life a bit comfortable. Of course, we are trying to see how we can make it better, especially the room in which they sleep. We're thinking of building something for them, maybe a single room, and then this is where we're calling on our friends to come together and let's make this happen. Moving away from Aku, there is another child that is so dear to my heart, and this is 8-year-old Emeka. Emeka's mother was pressurized by family members to kill Emeka. This made her to run away from the western region and ended up on the streets of Accra to hustle. She sells water for people, and then they give her some commission. Emeka has a serious health issue. He has issue with his bladder, and he's had, through the support of the public, 6 surgeries so far. But I believe because of their condition, the surgeries are not to what is expected, and the problem is still there. So what it means is that Emeka is actually not able to control his urine flow. And the mother says she has to change diapers about 7 times each day. Yes, 7 times. Emeka is not in school. And what I'm thinking of is getting Emeka to school this term when school reopens. Emeka's story is a real sad one. The problem is this little sweet child who has issues with his bladder is also confronted with another main issue. And this is that I would like to show it here, since it is actually a medical issue, and it's something I'm looking at to get a remedy for, or some kind of intervention. And this is it. The little boy has no penis, and I'm trying to reach out to friends out there who are in the medical field to advise on what we can do to give this smart-looking boy an opportunity in life to have a good life like any other child that you find around. Yeah. So these are some of the very disturbing cases that we come across on the road with Amigos. Apart from that, of course, you always find me on the road trying to educate people on issues like keeping Ghana better and safer. So you always find me on the road, of course, doing my road safety advocacy, or trying to tell people what they have to do, the right things, of course, crime prevention, and anything at all. It can be from bushfire, talking to people about environmental pollution issues, and some of the things you even see me do could be as little as seeing a mentally challenged person who is hungry and wants food. Of course, food, they need food. You have to give them food. I believe in giving people food rather than cash. So anything at all that they want to eat, I am ready to give them. I send them there, I make them get it, I buy it for them to eat. And then also there are the bigger issues that I try to tackle, which is all
geared towards providing better education to our children, because I know that the future of this country is all around our children. So it all depends on the kind of education that we give to our children. So I am always in schools that are in bad shape, trying to see what I can do in my little way. You know, it could be from classrooms to toilet facilities. And I'm happy that some of my friends are really caring. Imagine just one lady has been able to transform this school that you see here from this state, and is evolved into this state that you see here. And there is more we are doing, and the whole idea is, if we cannot do it, we will talk about it and we get it done. So on the road with Amigos, there's so much to do, and I believe that this is not for one person, and we don't do it to acquire rewards or get rewards. We're doing it just for the good of mankind, and this is where I'm calling on us all to get involved. I am hitting the road. I go to the rural communities. The roads are bad. I have to put my bike in a canoe if I have to. I have to drive in forest zones. I have to go through the coastal zones, wherever, name it. I just want to see Ghana getting there, and this is what I do as a way of life. I'm a trained social worker, a filmmaker, and an actor. So I use my background just to bring about social change, and this is why I call on you all to join me to make it better. It is our beloved country, Ghana, and it's not one person's tax. It's for all of us to join and make it. We can surely make it better, and in one unity we will get Ghana there. Please, let's do it. Thank you very much.